Farming for the Future is a multidisciplinary research program focused at looking at the relationship between natural capital and farm business performance. So, the hypothesis that we're working towards. The conventional wisdom is that natural capital on a farm comes at a cost or an impact to farm business production. So the early research that was undertaken by Dr. Sue Ogilvie, there's a potential that increasing natural capital can benefit business production. And so by looking at investments in natural capital, we can build out a case for farmers to leverage the benefit and the ecosystem services that natural capital delivers to improve their performance, whilst at the same time delivering on the public benefits that natural capital provides. So our research, we've got the diagram on the slide. It's a simplistic model, but what we've done is we've undertaken a method to collect a whole lot of information about the different natural capital that exists on farm and then relate that to farm business performance and just see where the relationships exist. Are they positive? Are they negative? Is there a sweet spot with a trade-off? So when we talk about natural capital, we're not just talking about a bit of remnant vegetation in the corner of the paddock. We're talking about everything on the farm, everything living on the farm. So it is all of the vegetation, the soils, the pasture, the microbiomes in the soil, planted vegetation, native vegetation, and then looking at the ecosystem services that are delivered by those elements of natural capital, and then starting to tease out how the configurations of that natural capital then work towards delivering a business benefit. No two farms are the same. There's lots of different configurations of natural capital on a farm, and this is a complex system. We've done a whole lot of remote sensing. We've gone through a process to stratify the farm using remote sensing metrics, using farmer information, and then we come up with a stratified sampling regime. We then send ecologists out into the field to do the data collection. We then bring all of that information back and then compile a set of accounts and a set of indicators on the farm. We do a rapid field assessment looking at the ground layer, the shrub layer, the tree layer, across all of the ecosystems, so the highly modified cropping soils through to pastures, to native pastures, to remnant vegetation, and we're classifying it and giving it what we call an ecological condition. And that's really just looking at how close it is to a best on offer reference condition for that type of biome. The core finding that we've got is that there are significant effects of natural capital on farm business performance. Where we ended up was actually teasing out every individual natural capital indicator and mapping that separately. So we've got 3 different farm business measures here. So resilience, gross margin of the livestock enterprise on the farm, and then the right-hand graphic is showing EBIT, earnings before interest and tax. So we've just pulled out a few of the key findings. Here we're showing resilience and ecological condition have a positive relationship. The middle graph is showing proximity, so you can see there that farms with higher levels of proximity would expect to have a higher level of gross margin on their enterprise. And then ground cover has that curve where we saw a gain and then we saw a sweet spot and then potentially a tailing off for increasing ground cover beyond a certain point may not necessarily benefit EBIT. It is a very positive story. It isn't just about a trade-off. There is opportunity to build natural capital and business performance. The Farming for the Future program, what we've been doing is working with the farmers along the journey to be able to shape all of the different configurations. But I'm going to hand over to Michael to talk about his experience with this.
This is us, very briefly. We're southern New England Tablelands. We're 1,000 metres. We're running mainly ultrafine merinos, and we've planted a crap load of trees as well. And we've got cattle, and we farm tourists. Well, not in that sense, but we have tourists as well. Very quickly, the story of the New England Tablelands. We were pioneers also in killing our ecosystem. New England dieback is well recognised and well published as an occurrence. There was no single villain, but basically overclearing and then overstocking over-extraction from our land led to, between the mid 1940s, I guess, through to the mid 1980s, we went from 30% tree cover down to 5%. 1992, BI, before internet, my parents had gone a little bit nuts at that point and were planting over 20,000 trees a year on our place. My parents didn't realise that either, but these little trees turned into giants in a short time. And there was even a carbon study done by Southern Cross University back then in 1991, I think. So that was before anybody thought that it might be sold as a commodity. When you're getting up in front of a bunch of really innovative, intelligent farmers that may not see some of the bigger picture that a lot of us see, they want information. They want proof. They want to be able to know that what they're doing or what they're planning on doing is going to be measurable. It's something that they can take to their bank. It's something that they can talk to the insurance companies about. So it's very exciting to be able to show these diagrams now, which are modelling taken out of the Downforce software, showing shade and shelter during winter, the cold southwesterlies, and during summer, the hot northwesterlies. And also to be able to show that we've managed to lift our tree cover from 5% back up to over 23%. People ask, well, what's the point of all this? Well, carbon is just one of many, many metrics, but it's definitely one getting a lot of airtime at the moment. So it's important that we understand where we're sitting because there is regulation now, and there's more regulation coming, and it's going to start affecting us as farmers. So it's important to know where you're sitting and to understand where the opportunities and the options are. Farming systems are really complex, and for the first time ever to be able to actually put up next to our financials some sort of other account or metrics that describe everything else that's going on the farm has been really powerful. Changes take decades, and we're seeing that. We've been at this for, banging on about trees for nearly 50 years now. I'm still here. I'm not that old. So these things will require continued measurement, but to be able to tell this story, combine it with observation, combine it with all the photos I take, to be able to go to consumers and tell the story about what we're doing has been really powerful. Thanks.